also, we put in there, but we don't quite explain. In the Philippines, this kind of dynamic, and it also shows in terms of the side, from the men, in terms of how women and men are in society. Yes, you have cases where women are either victims or being abused, but actually from the early sort of origins in our society, even which comes to for present day, there are men who don't have a problem with women leading the room. For the Philippines, we're kind of the highest percentage of women in managerial or executive positions for, I think, the region. So it just shows, and part of that is also men like Mihk and Zig who they're cool with it. They know what the strengths are. I know what the strength is coming in. It's basically you're working really in a partnership for that. Yes, exactly. It's a matriarchal society. So I grew up with like a lot of strong women in my family. They have as well, but it was never about who's stronger or who's not. It was more about like, we can assert ourselves and they can assert themselves. And it's really on that equal footing. So it's not really explained. We don't underscore it because it's a reality in this life.
No, I don't think it needed to be. Yeah,
right, exactly.
Came through that. I mean, it was one of the things that drew me to the character of, like, Alexandra is obviously my favorite. The twins are my second favorite, but just finding out that, like, their bond together and their bond with her is, I think, the power. It's like that it creates this trinity in a way.
Yeah. And they're demigods. The twins are demigods, so they're pretty powerful in their own way. So they each hold their own in this group, right? But if they just know that they're stronger together, they know that bond of family is really what draws them together and carries them through. And that's where they are the optimum, where they're the strongest, essentially.
Found family, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, that aspect in the episode when, like, spoiler alert, hopefully everyone has seen thus far, I won't give away too much, but the episode where it comes down to the twins, they're battling against her at one point in time, and the way that she brings them back to that reminder of it is family, and also her reminder of the lessons that her father taught her when they first came into the home. Like, that to me, it's almost like she was understanding it and we were learning and understanding it along with her. So, like, we're learning about this family and the bond and actually how strong it is. That was family, the theme of family, a huge PowerPoint of this series, because it went through like so many, like, just getting to that aspect to really understand that's what's underneath the foundation of this whole series.
Yeah, I mean, yes. there's that was really clear in the writers' room that's true. And I always believed that it was a Filipino thing to just gravitate to family. Then I realized as I grew up it was an East Asian thing. Then I realized it's a universal thing. It's not family is family. I think it doesn't mean that you always have to stick to them, that you always, have to be loyal to them, but family does play a huge role in how we're formed as people and how we tell our stories. So I felt, at least for me, that was my way that was my way into the comics and translating it, with the team to the comics. But that was something, I mean, to your point, Courtney, that wasn't like something that just happened to be there. That was something we were intentional about.
Yeah. I think that's what we broke down when we made the season. Like, this like, it's a procedural, it's a procedural, it's a noir, but this is a story about family. It's about fathers, it's about siblings, and you see that very clearly. I mean, like, there's a reason why all those cold opens are family related. Like, to Courtney's point, like,
and even
young,
and even Community, like, to see the relationship she had with the police station, the mayor, all the interactions with the people. Like, it was family being the cornerstone, but like the community working together, or the relationship between that, I think, was also like a really great layer.
Even with like some of the creatures too, like there's like some like family connections.
No, for sure.
We're a
Catherine,
very
you-
densely populated city, as you can see.
A lot of families. A lot of families.
And they're all interconnecting. There's like maybe 2 degrees of separation.
right,
Yeah.
right.